Hello everyone, welcome to our presentation. We are here to present our solution for the professional track Shushashon, which is a national hybrid blockchain-based public e-procurement system with fine-grained access control from team Leveor.xyz. We are Leveor, an interdisciplinary team shaping the future of the decentralized Web3 ecosystem. Myself Saad A Akash, presenting with my teammates Tahlil, Sihan, Arifa, Mahmudul and Nirab. So let's start with the problem space first. Can you think of one public or government sector that holds a share of 8% of the country's GDP or almost half of the country's annual budget? This is, for your information, also the sector where 85% of ADP was allocated. This space that we are talking about is public procurement. Now let's dive into some more data and statistics. On fiscal year 2019, the annual budget of Bangladesh was about USD 53 billion and almost half of it was allocated towards the problem space that we are currently talking about, public procurement. From the data, that's 88,000 crore taka that we are talking about, which is the ADP budget for the current fiscal year. Therefore, it's pretty evident that any improvement, even a little optimization in this sector of public procurement system is likely to have a very significant economic effect on the entire country's economy. We have provided all of the references of the data, as you can see. Now, to view the real picture of how far we have come along in this procurement space, we need to take a step back and go back to 2007. From these three vital metrics, we can see what an instrumental role EGP adoption has played in our economy. From 2007 to 2019, fast forward to 12 years, literally a decade, EGP has increased tender awards, tender publication and number of bidders too. Here we can see, published by the World Bank, the number of tenderers, tender invitations, pretty much everything went up by quite a few folds from 2012 to 2014. To put it into a perspective with numbers, we saved USD 600 million in just 6 years from 2012 to 2018. Thanks to EGP adoption. Procurement is not an easy process. For example, our Central Procurement Technical Unit CPTU had to manage 47 ministries, over 1300 agencies and over 60,000 tenderers till 2019. Those are pretty big numbers to manage. Undeniably, we have seen substantial progress in this sector, but challenges do still remain. For an example, on recent World Bank report published in 2020, they pointed out quite a few data-driven points, unfortunately, around transparency and monopoly that are still remaining. But it's not limited to our countries. It's actually a global issue where USD 400 billions get lost every single year due to bribery and corruption, all in this public procurement sector. The World Bank also suggests that 20 to 25% budget gets typically drained through corruption. Another problem seen is obviously the corruption, to be specific, on the bidder side. So according to OECD and UN assessments, 31% of the surveyed bidders admitted that they had offered gifts to PE officials, and 17% also paid for their dinners, 4% to trips, which is pretty concerning. TIB also reported quite a few similar points where they highlighted that a few of the processes can be improved, such as e-contract management, auditing, and potential corruption avenues. Now, a lot of these reports essentially point out the same common problems. Hence, we propose Shushashon, a solution to improve, streamline, and future-proof countries' procurement to the next level. Shushashon consists of three core solution modules. 1. Procurement portal about tenders, Bignopti. 2. A public portal for citizen, Batayon. And 3. Supply chain portal for distribution visibility, Bitoron. Our first solution module is procurement portal, or as we call it, Bignopti. The citizens can view the public tender proposals submitted and ongoing all on one single dashboard. They can search, filter, download and analyze all of the tenders that they have access or permission to view. Then we have our second module, public portal or Bata. Here a citizen can navigate through comprehensive charts, data visualizations and engage with government announcement in the social media like engaging news feed. Our third solution is for supply chain and distribution visibility, Bitoron. It offers a detailed, transparent view on how the fund is actually getting distributed, to whom, with untampered timestamp, audit verification status, and QR code-based proof of execution, all from immutable blockchain data. We know that procurement has a lot of execution or process steps like advertising or biggapon, evaluation, approval, etc. Hence, on that basis, we have identified 6 core steps in e-procurement, all of them appending immutable records with proof of execution on the blockchain, and thus democratizing the information to the public. If you consider a typical user journey, there are multiple steps and we have scopes of improvement in each of them. For a quick summary, the existing system is a costly process with little auditing visibility, where our proposed solution leverages blockchain to digitize, automate, and streamline the system to be untampered, immutable, and audited or verified. Here we have summarized a few points on how we optimize the existing system, highlighting mostly efficiency and transparency. You may ask the important question now: why is blockchain even required? Well, few of its compelling properties are immutability and traceability, which accounts for transparency. It also ensures blocking fraudulent or unauthorized executions or transactions, which is a key to a robust EGP process. It also offers auditability and optimizations.
Shushashon can have an impact on our national economy. According to the World Bank, in 2019, 63% of the total procurement projects were processed through EGP, which is $15 billion worth of valuation out of $24 billion. Also, there are more than 1 lakh projects processed in the EGP system with almost 66,000 bidders. That explains the stable growth of the product. So now let's explore the business model, starting with the market segments. This multifacing solution has a large potential target market to serve. The main customer segments are planning authorities and suppliers. According to the World Bank, in the last few years, we have seen a huge lift of registered tenderers from 294 to 60,000. So that is evident that these two segments will help Shushashon to be a stable solution, as they will be the paying users. There are 4 key strategic partners that's related to the solution: development partners, external auditor, procurement agencies, and general citizen. All of their purposes are different and diverse. Shushashon has no direct competition locally because it is designed as an affiliated government project while enhancing the existing EGP system. And on an international level, there are a few SaaS products, but those are not blockchain based. While implementing, Shushashon might face a few challenges like training a mass amount of bidders. So as a contingency plan, we have considered to open local training centers. We might also face a few technical challenges like winning award trains and duplicating tender submissions. To mitigate this, we will also use the rotating algorithm to avoid the single group of suppliers being awarded, and a few restrictions like giving them access after taking initiatives.
Here we will show how the issuer organization issues credential to procurement stakeholders and how Shushashon verifies the credential to interact with the system. Each stakeholder would get a device or cloud areas agent depending on if it's an organization or individual. First, issuer publish its DID, which includes the public key in the blockchain. The credential is verified and issued to the holder with issuer's digital signature. The user would also publish its DID on the public chain. Finally, before verification, the agent would also sign with the agent's private key. Shushashon can verify the authenticity of the credential with the public DIDs. If we want to visualize technical modular view of Shushashon, the end user application consists of mobile app and web portal for all partners. The application layer contains the backend, API endpoints, and how they are integrated with the UI. Hyperledger Firefly Supernode provides a novel blockchain as a service layer between company's existing system and underlying distributed ledger service. It automatically generates APIs mapping to the blockchain smart contract. The API Authenticity handles the fine-grained access control to provide authorization service for the read and write access of the underlying blockchain data. The Hyperledger Firefly is compatible with multiple GLT infrastructure including Hyperledger Fabric, Quorum, and Hyperledger Besu. For on-chain storage, we decided to use Hyperledger Besu, but it can support multiple DLT at the same time. Also, off-chain storage there is options for private data storage that comes with Firefly node, and decentralized file storage with IPFS support out of the box. Hyperledger public chain stores the verifiable credential definitions and stakeholders' public DIDs, and there is a second off-chain storage layer to store the node infos. Hyperledger Aries agent stores and manages the issued credential and the PK infrastructure. It uses the Hyperledger Ursa for the cryptographic functionality.
For our solution, we have used 2 metrics to determine the level of decentralization. One is Gini index and another is the minimum Nakamoto coefficient. The Gini index determines how much decentralized the components of a system are. The value can be between 0 to 1 inclusive, 0 being the most decentralized and 1 being the polar opposite. The second metric is the minimum Nakamoto coefficient. The minimum Nakamoto coefficient denotes how many entities need to be compromised to take control of a system. The higher this number, the better the system. This diagram gives an overview of how the stakeholders come into play with the blockchain governance. There are 3 chains in our proposed solution. First is the public permissioned indie blockchain managing identity constituting the credential issuer stakeholders. Second is the global hyperledger Besu chain with the Firefly supernode support for blockchain orchestration that is responsible for proposing, auditing, publishing and bidding of the procurement tenders. Third is the local hyperledger Besu chain responsible for managing individual projects including the supply chain. The user interacts with the blockchain ecosystem with Aries Cloud Agent for organization and Device Agent for individuals. So let's talk about the 3 governance types. In membership governance, onboarding users only need to verify the credentials issued by the issuers to their Hyperledger Aries agent. In terms of business network governance, our solution system adopts blockchain technology and other complementary privacy enhancing technologies. Some of them are ZK-proof, SMPC, homomorphic encryption, etc. to comply with the GDPR law and to ensure proper privacy. For technology infrastructure governance, the Identity DLT uses RBFT, which offers low latency finality. The Hyperledger Besu chain uses QBFT to achieve enterprise-grade, scalable consensus solution.
Prior to the introduction of EGP, local bidders dominated all the procurement bids from their area. EGP opened procurement application to everyone from everyone, resulting in reduced local biasness and increased number of non-local winners. But we are far from achieving the ultimate goal of democratizing bidding process, exactly what our blockchain-based solution aims to accomplish. Shushashon ensures even more increased participation, no barrier entry, and transparent fund distribution, all of them creating an immense economic value. Also, open system engages more citizens, promote transparency and accountability as a social value. As a member state of union, Bangladesh is committed to achieve SDG 2030. Shushashon aligns to achieve the SDG goals of 1, 8, 10, 11, 16 and 17. The revenue sources and prices of our proposed system are set in a way that's reasonable. The goal is to promote EGP usage and ensure sustainability of the system in the long run. Here is a brief roadmap of our system. While digitization of records for issuer organizations goes on, testing and deployment preparation will take place. Then in the deployment stage, all the Firefly servers need to be set up and importantly need to integrate the existing data and system from CPTO. Also training session needed to be taken before deployment. After deployment for maintenance, support team should be assembled. So with significant social and economic potential, Shushashon brings a secure, transparent blockchain platform for managing public procurement system. All of the 3 sub-modules that we proposed under our solution, Shushashon, are live on the web and ready for anyone to do a quick test run.